Hello everyone, so today I have wet hair, so please ignore my really trendy zebra print towel. Today I'm doing a first impression slash comparison, I suppose. Makeup Forever has recently brought out their Ultra HD Foundation. This is the old one. I don't think they sell it anymore. I'll have to double check. I'll write it down below. I'm pretty sure they replaced the HD with this one. So the original Makeup Forever HD Foundation has been one of those hyped up products for years on YouTube. I really like it as well. It's not my favorite foundation of all time, but I do really enjoy it. I've gone through like a couple of these in my time. I use it a lot in videos and real life. Basically, it was developed, I guess, for like HD television and stuff like that. It just makes your skin look very perfect, up close and like flawless. You know the drill. And then the new one has been developed because obviously like everything is getting even more HD these days. So this is Ultra HD. So I thought I would compare them because I really want to see if there is much difference. I want to see if they last the same amount of time. Hopefully the Ultra HD is better because you know it is the updated formula. I already love this, but I want to see if this one can match up. So what I'm going to do today is half face of each and we will compare them throughout the day and compare how they go on, compare the coverage. I have the same colour. I did get two shades of the new foundation. I got 120 and 140, but today I'll just compare the two 120s. So this is the old one and this is the new one. So today I am going to prime my entire face because I would normally prime, you know, on an everyday basis. This is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. So I'll put this on both sides of my face so it's an even test between the two products. I'm just going to turn on my aircon because I am literally like so hot right now. Summer is coming. There's actually like a heat wave in New Zealand right now. Sorry if you can hear that, but I need it. So I'm going to do the Ultra HD on this side and then the original HD on this side. So both of these foundations are in the shade N120. Oh my goodness, I've got a hole in my top. How long has that been there? Let's just pretend that didn't happen. I'm going to do a pump on each side. Hopefully it's not too much. Ooh. So that's the Ultra HD. And the original HD. So already the Ultra HD almost seems to be a little bit thinner. You can see it just kind of drips a lot easier. I'm just going to spread them out a little bit. So the colour looks very similar, if not the exact same, which is good. Because I was worried they were going to like change the colours all of a sudden or something, which would just be a pain in the butt. So this is the shade I wear when I don't have very much fake tan on. And then if my fake tan's a lot fresher, I use the shade 140, which is this one. So it's just like a couple shades darker. And I'm going to use a little angled top face brush, but it's so beauty to blend these out. So I'll start with the original side. As you can see, it's really easy to blend out and it is a rather like thin kind of consistency, but it still has a really good coverage to it. It's not like real thick and heavy. A lot of people love this foundation. It's like one of those cult favorites, especially on YouTube. Like I remember back in the day, like probably even like before I started making YouTube videos, possibly, I think so. But I remember because I could never afford it and all these YouTubers would always rave about it and it was like my like goals in life was to own Makeup Forever HD foundation. So that's the original side. You can see the finish is like kind of like a satin matte finish. It's not very dewy at all. And then this is the Ultra HD side. Blends out super easily as well. Could possibly even be a thinner consistency, which would explain the runniness to it. The biggest difference I want to see is close-ups, like seeing how my skin looks close-up and also like how long it lasts. So the original almost has a little bit more coverage. Do you guys agree? I'm going to do another pump. This foundation is really buildable, like it doesn't go cakey when you build it up a little bit and you get a reasonable amount of time to blend it out as well. It doesn't just set instantly. So just looking at myself close up, I'll show you guys in a moment, but the product on both sides of my face looks very similar. The Ultra HD looks more natural though. I feel like the original HD is a little bit more cakey, but to be fair it's got a lot more coverage for some reason. Like this is the original HD and then this is the Ultra HD. Like you can see a lot more of my redness on this side. So I'm actually going to do no more on this side. So that's 2 pumps and this is 2 pumps as well, but it'll end up being 3 pumps, which I feel like is a lot of product, but I just want to get a full coverage today because I'm going to be doing a dramatic makeup look. Okay, so now both sides look relatively the same. I still feel like there's more redness on this side, but maybe I'm just more red on this side of my face. Close up to me, they look virtually the same, except as I said, this side looks less heavy and less cakey. So the HD is definitely, yeah, less cakey, less full on, less fake looking, but they both look flawless. I do feel like this is slightly less coverage, maybe more buildable than the original one, which of course isn't necessarily a bad thing at all. It's just like, you know, personal preference at the end of the day. So yeah, it does look very flawless. Like in camera, it looks so nice. Obviously I haven't concealed my under eyes, but like it looks really nice. Like I just like the way it looks. So I'm going to put on some concealer and powder, and then I'll come back and we'll do like a little flash test, and we'll do some close-ups as well so we can see how it looks. Actually, I'll show you the close-up before I set it. So here is a close-up of my skin. This is the Ultra HD side. And then this is the original HD side. So I'm not sure if you'll be able to see what I mean, but I feel like the side's a little bit more natural. The side's a little bit more like flawless, but also tiny bit more cakey looking. But it's definitely not like super cakey or anything, you know. I still think this looks really good. So yeah, I'm going to do my concealer and everything. So I'm going to use the Naked Skin concealer under my eyes. I'm going to use the Cover FX pressed powder, and I'm going to use the yellow shade from the Shade and Light palette under my eyes to set my under eye concealer, and I'll be right back and we'll do a flash test. So I've got my concealer on, everything is set down with a little bit of powder. I didn't use too much, and you can see the finish of my skin. It's just like a natural matte kind of finish. It's not completely like matte. It's got a little bit of a satin kind of glow to it, but it's definitely not dewy or glowy by any means. I did take some flash photography, and hopefully you'll be able to see each side of my face, so I'll insert those now. It looks fine in flash photography, like it looks really good. There's not that much of a difference in flash photography, like between the two. They don't look that different. I still almost think that this side of my face with the original looks a little bit nicer than the new side, but the difference is so small. Like once I added more product, it's just like I had to use more product. So I'm gonna go do the rest of my makeup. It is 11:30 a.m. so we'll see how well each side lasts as well throughout the day, and I'll talk to you soon. Hey everyone, so I finished my makeup and dried my hair. I'm not really happy with my makeup look today. I'm still probably gonna put up the video, so if it's already out, I'll link it down below. It was one of those days where like everything kept going wrong. Everything that could go wrong kept going wrong. But hopefully the video is still good. It was like a chit chat video with me, so. Anyway, on to what we're here for. It's been 2 hours or over 2 hours. It's 1:40. Both sides are looking absolutely fine. They virtually look the exact same close up. I feel like the new side is creasing a little bit more in my expression lines. Yeah, there's not really anything else to say right now. I'll come back in a few more hours once it's been on for a longer time, and I'll update you then. Hey everyone, so it is 5:45 right now, and I thought I would update you quickly, and then I'll do one more update tonight before I wash my face. I look a little bit oily, like just through my forehead, so I'm just gonna touch up. So yeah, I don't usually get very oily, but for some reason today I have. It was quite hot earlier in my room though while I was filming. So just touching it up. Looks good still. If I look closely at both sides of my skin, it's almost like the original foundation side has, like my pores have kind of come through. My pores are definitely a little bit more noticeable on the original HD side. Just realized I had lipstick on my nostril. It's a very small difference, but yeah, you can definitely see my pores slightly more on this side. I've got a couple of fine lines, like expression lines from going like this, and the foundation has sunk into those a little bit, which often happens with this foundation on my skin. Just kind of like tap it out. I also have some lipstick on my cheekbone somehow. In terms of lasting power, it looks more or less the exact same on both sides of my cheeks. Neither side has faded or anything. Other than the little bit of oil that had come through before, it looks basically flawless still. I'm really happy with how my skin looks. Keep in mind I have a ton of highlighter on there. It's not oil just there. The foundation hasn't melted around either of my nostrils. Yeah, don't really know what else to say at this stage. Apart from the fact that this side, my pores look a little bit more noticeable, there's no other difference whatsoever. I'll zoom you in quickly so you can see. Now that I'm looking close up, I feel like around my nose area it's gone a little bit more cakey than when I first applied it. It's not terrible from a distance though. So that is the Ultra HD side, the new formula. And then this side here is the original. So I don't know if you can see, but the pores are just slightly more noticeable. It's only if you look really closely. Hopefully you can see in that lighting. I will talk to you guys again in a few more hours. Hey everyone, so it is 10:30 now, so this foundation's been on for well over 10 hours at least. I can't remember what time I started. I think it was like 11 something. Yeah, it's been on for like 11 hours or something like that. At this stage, my foundation is looking quite cakey. I'll zoom you in just a moment. I just want to talk about it first. On both sides of my face, it looks quite cakey. On the original HD side, it looks a little bit more oily. I did do some research and a lot of people said the same thing as me about how the new HD seems a little bit thinner, a little bit less coverage. By the way, I realized I was saying the shade name wrong. It is 120, which equals, it says equals on the bottom, 245. I'll just show you closely so you can see what it says. So that's what it says. And then the old packaging just said this. N120. So yeah, why 245 I guess. The foundation does last really well all day. Just keep in mind it does kind of go a little bit cakey and oily throughout the day. Even though I don't have oily skin, it did pick up on the like excess oil or like sweat I had throughout the day. It lasted really well coverage wise. It hasn't faded too much on either side. I would even say that the original side looks a little bit nicer in terms of coverage. This one looks a little bit patchier, whereas the original side looks a little bit more even. So I'd probably say I kind of like the original better still, which is a shame. The new formula is obviously not terrible, like they're very comparable. It's just that the original was a little bit of a thicker kind of consistency, fuller coverage, and just looks a little bit nicer, I feel. Apart from the fact that it did sink into pores a little bit more, the difference was so minimal that I still would prefer this one, but no, I'll still definitely use this once I run out of that. But I mean, it's not a massive favourite of mine. It's obviously not bad either. Like, I mean, it still looks really beautiful. It's just one of those products that's just kind of like, you know, I like it, but I don't, like, I love it. So yeah, make sure you check out more reviews because some other reviews might be more helpful depending on what skin type you have, because my skin type is normal to dehydrated normally. I hope you guys found this review helpful. I feel like it wasn't helpful. Was it helpful? I don't know. I kind of expected more of a difference. I thought the new one would really stand out and be like super amazing or something, but I'm kind of underwhelmed, unfortunately. The packaging's quite nice though. Here's how it looks side by side, just so you can see. It's very similar. The new one just has that like silver ring to it. It's nice packaging. The one annoying thing about the packaging is the lids always pop off so easily. Oh, that one actually feels a little bit more secure. That's a good thing. The new lid's more secure. Take that back. The pump's really good too. So yeah, the packaging is good. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope it helped you. And if it did, please give it a thumbs up and let me know what first impression I should do next. Let me know if there's a certain foundation you want to see, and I'll talk to you very soon. Bye! Hey everyone, so today I did this makeup and I thought I would film it and show you how it went. So it's just really nude. I was actually inspired by these pictures of Kylie Jenner from the Golden Globes 2016 I think it is, but I just love the shape of her eye makeup and the colours and everything, so I thought I would adapt those colours to suit my